guys, what's going on? What's good? What's good? We did start late today. I told you guys that yesterday we would do that. So we're here. Some of you probably are on time. So that's cool. And I had one question. And so I told them to ask the charts chat within the Discord. But I will go over that here as well. I will also go over that here as we watch the Dow likely take a dump here. I think so. We'll see. We'll see. We got an alert at the lows and we'll find out. All right, we will find out. Drop a like if you're here. Drop a like if you can see. If you guys are ready. Just move this a little bit too. I don't know. I think the camera looks a little bit better. Do you guys think? Do you guys think the webcam looks better? I feel like it does. I think I refocused it after I took some content recently. Like I took it off, put it on a tripod, put it back on the desk one. But I moved it and refocused it. I think it looks a little bit crispier. You guys think so? Or is it just the beard? Maybe it's just a beard. I don't know. I don't know. But let me know. Let me know in the chat. What's good? Monkey, Alex, 2020, Maximiliano, Lucas, Akinola, Sean, Zakjo, Iberneth, Naruto, Felix. You know what I did yesterday? I totally forgot. Because I asked you guys if any of you were from Austin or Dallas or Houston. And you guys told me that I totally forgot to follow up with that. I thought about that later in the evening. I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't follow up with what I had to say. The 31st of next month. So the last day of March, which is a Sunday. There should be an event here in Houston. I don't have too many details yet, but if you want to go ahead and mark that day, March 31st, it's a Sunday. If you want to mark that day off to come kick it, you should do that. It does look crispier. Cam is good. All right, very nice. Very nice. So let's go over what happened today with the indices. What do you guys think happened, right? Let's look at the indices, okay? With the Dow Jones, all right? We don't really have anything significant up here, in my opinion. Right? Looked across the multiple time frames. We don't really have a lot that's up here. However, when we go to the S&P, 5,012 happens to be small time frame highs during London. Thank you, Alex. Crispy like bacon. 5-minute, 15-minute equal highs up here, right? If we look at Nasdaq, okay, even, well, better in my opinion, but we have a larger set of highs at 17,725, and we're currently below last week's low. Okay, so we have highs on S&P, highs on Nasdaq, but we don't have that on Dow. We don't have that. If anything, we have short-term lows on Dow, which almost reached into during lunch. So that's why I happen to be fairly bearish for today's PM session for the Dow. What's good, Vadu? And Mr. Kesha. So if you think about it, if we were to look at S&P, because I think this individual sent me a 1 minute or a 2 minute time frame. So and this does look good, right? It does look good. This potential mitigation here, where we have a low, a high, a lower low. We trade up and through that, obviously, and then we trade into it, and then we just absolutely rip lower. So let me give you a follow to what I said the other day. Number one, I said I usually don't care for trading or entering a trade right before lunch. What's good, G? I don't like entering right before lunch. This is an example of like, this is exactly why I don't like that. I don't like doing that. Okay. Another thing too is if you look at the S&P, all right, what is it trading off of here? Right? At 9 o'clock, you know, whatever this price is, 49.80 something. What over here is there? There's nothing over there. There's nothing over there. So it didn't take liquidity. So that doesn't meet the criteria for the mitigation model. Sure, you have a target. Sure, you have the formation, but you don't have that run on stops, right? You don't have time, price, and context. You do have, well, the timing's kind of shitty. Price is okay, but you lack context here as far as price running stops. All right. S&P lower lows, Nasdaq lower lows, and the Dow is actually slightly higher, I believe, at that point. So there was some mix match here, okay? When you have that, that to me is typically lower probability. Don't trade this, but I am going to watch that small imbalance. I want to see what we do here. Because I do think we have like small, inefficient price action up in this area. And I think we could possibly take this high, but we'll find out, okay? What's good, Marshall? What's good, Eli? So what we mentioned on the dollar yesterday, dollar index, we took it to a weekly time frame, did we not? Yes, we did. What did we look at last week? Or like, what did we look at yesterday about last week's candle? Well, we looked at it and went, all right, well, we opened, we traded all the way up to the almost 105. It came all the way back down and then closed. Right? So weekly imbalance, and we traded, you know, away from that. So this week, you know, what could have been the bias? These lows. They're just not. I would have preferred if they were either identical lows or maybe a slight difference, not something like this. But either way, that was still traded into today. So if you were bearish on the dollar, at least in the short term, higher currencies, right? What we somebody asked about the euro. They asked about the euro and if it could trade higher. We took December's low and we started trading away from it, right? On the 1 hour time frame, what do you remember from a couple of these areas? You remember we marked this up? Unless I'm just lying. I don't think so. I did go over a few things with some traders last night, but I'm fairly certain we talked about these levels, right? What's good, Big James? Did we not, chat? I mean, it's a serious question. Did we talk about these or not? This was CPI or PPI or something on the 2nd of February. So that is an inefficient market. It was one directional, doesn't offer, you know, price delivery on either side of that shit, right? So what did we trade into today? Hello. Easy. Okay. Euro's higher. British pound is not. All right, it is not. So this high from the 13th, this is weakness. This is absolute weakness. Oh, look at that. That's a higher high here. We break down, retracement. Excuse me. Was good showing there. Was good, Cameron. I think I said hello to Cameron already, but hello again. Big Euro news tomorrow during London session. Could be. I haven't looked at it, but I would take note of that too. A little bit of weakness on Euro, higher high on British pound. That's distribution, break structure, imbalance right there. It does trade a little bit through that. On a 5-minute, trades through that a little bit and then rips lower, like 40, 35 pips or something. So, you know, that was available. Okay. But yeah, so hopefully that gives you a little bit of a better understanding of not just mitigation, but, you know, understanding why that didn't work on S&P, right? Like this 2-minute imbalance right here. Why didn't that work? Number one, it didn't take a low. Number two, it's, you know, 10:30. It's right before lunch. That's just typically not good. Okay. So, you know, unfortunately, that just did not work out. Okay. That did not work out. So we obviously ripped through this imbalance. So I'm pretty sure there's some 1-minute inefficient price action in here, which I'm pretty sure it's going to reach for. Now, if I had to say, I would probably be bearish again for today's PM session. But if this rips through that 5-minute mitigation, I think this is a 15-minute as well. So you do have here an overlap of the two, right? Down candle here, imbalance here. So to me, you know, if we are going to run these lows here, we might be able to do that. But, you know, again, if you're going to short Dow, don't be upset if this rips higher, because again, S&P has equal highs up here. Nasdaq has some highs as well. So we have a little over 2 hours left in the day. I probably don't see us trading up there today from here, but just be mindful. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Just be mindful of that. So we're going to take this off now. But on an overall framework, that's what I'm looking for. Make sense? Do I think US 100 will go higher? Probably, but I don't think today is very bearish. It's pretty weak today. It's down over 1%. Dow's only down 0.2%. We have some strength over in the Dow, at least. Or at least more weakness in Nasdaq. Was good, Mia? Got by S&P. Looking at the high time frame, it was also buying in a premium. Lesson learned. Yes, sir. Lesson learned. Furniture delivery at the house and then work. Nice. Very nice. The old furniture. The old furniture. Do you have an ottoman? Did you get an ottoman? My friends have one. I don't really care for them. I'm like, you're buying a piece of furniture to deliberately put your feet on it. I don't know. It just seems strange to me. It just seems strange. Then the cat's always on it too. Cat takes up the whole fucking ottoman. Their believe it or not, their cat is they have a black cat. His name's John Wick. So the more you know. Power recliner instead of an ottoman. Okay. If Never mind. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into interior design, but you know, because I would want to see a room converted to a library. You know, where you got your reading chair, lamp, shelves with books on it, stuff like that. A little nightstand for the whiskey glasses, you know, maybe an ashtray for the cigars. I don't know. We'll do that one day, but maybe not today. Put together some dream homes type vibe. Me is blowing up the chat, about to get banned again. About to get banned again. But no, I'm not going to tell you to start smoking cigars. It's okay. Yeah, I know of Tucker. But I try to stay away from politics here. You know, and politics is just endless debates and discussions, and like it's just a waste of time in my opinion. That's why I don't vote. That's why I tell you guys, if we ever get into those kind of discussions, I tell you like, bro, I don't even vote, but XYZ. So it's just, I don't really care for that shit. Shit, matter of fact, I got a letter from the city a couple weeks ago talking about jury duty. Jury fucking duty. I'm like, why do I got jury duty, bro? So I'm about to just go up there and just be like, nah, don't pick me, bro. Don't pick me. Be like, I don't want to be here. No, like dead ass. Like dead ass. Like, bro, if it comes down to it, I'm gonna just straight up be like, bro, I'm racist. Just to get out of that shit. Be like, yeah, no, I'm racist. All right, so you're free to go. Bye. See you later. I mean, Eli, I don't know what other excuse to make, you know? Like, yeah, I'm racist and I hate women. You know? Like, I don't know. It might work. That now it's, you know, trading into some smaller time frame inefficiencies. So if we are going to be bearish, it probably should not trade up here. You know what I mean? This mitigation, in my opinion, if we're looking at it from, you know, the traditional rules, technically it would be all three of those down candles put together. It'd be all three of those. And at the same time, you got to be careful, because if you look at it how it is right now, the risk reward is a little bit skewed. If your stop goes up to this high and you're only targeting these lows, I mean, I don't know. So we will have to see where we're at. The other indices still kind of betraying that weakness a little bit. So we'll see what we do and where we go. But yeah, I'll let y'all know how that goes whenever I have to go. It's not for a while. Hopefully I don't forget. Do you think EJ gonna trade up to the 164.3 on the weekly? EJ, dude. Euro yen, dude. I don't even have that. I don't even have that on here, my friend. What the fuck? Let's see what this has got on it. Some highs. I like that. Right up there. You said 164. 164. Oh, heavens. Heavens, this thing's been ripping for years. That might be the interest rate differential hard at work. My goodness gracious. Yeah, the trend is your friend, right? Well, as long as interest rates are there, yeah. I don't see it stopping there for whatever reason. Yeah, if these are, I don't know the interest rates off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure the yen has a very weak one and the euro has a much higher one. So if there's that differential, this could probably continue higher easily. What the hell happened back in December though? Yeah. I think we talked about that a few times, right? Where the yen just has these WTF candles, bro. What's going on over here, dude? What is that? Moving 500 pips in a couple minutes. Like, bro, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that, big fella. But what I will say is this. If you're going to long, look where it's at. We've rallied for a couple weeks. So just be mindful that you're buying after. Like if you're longing now, you're longing after a prolonged up movement. So just be mindful. Yeah, Sean, I should just go in there and just piss myself. Whoops. No, it's too embarrassing. I can't do that. They'll put me on the news. This just in. Local Cyprus citizen pisses himself in the courtroom. Hey, I can't have that. Can't have that. But hey, Trinidad, whatever works, man. Whatever works. Bank of Japan intervention, they do it randomly. Yeah, see, that's out, bro. That's all the way out, G. That is all the way out, G. Screw that. We actually may end up, we might have made our low of the day during lunch. We might end up trading a little bit higher for the other two indices. But again, I just think we should see weakness on Dow. I think if we trade to the higher end of this, that's going to negate being bearish. Like if we trade up to that, I think that's going to be a problem for being bearish. And then obviously if we get above that I would not short at all above here. Make sense? And to add on to what I was saying earlier about that 2-minute mitigation on S&P, remember yesterday was that bank holiday. So it's the day after a bank holiday. So things could be a little bit tricky. Long on EJ last week. I exited early though yesterday after we already hit my main target. Wanted to write it, but I got scared yesterday. Scared money don't make money, my friend. Trust. That's why I still have JP Morgan, dude. Because I always felt like just banking it. Right? I always felt like just banking it. And then look at that. Look how fucking beautiful that is, dude. I was like, oh, the 65, 64 all-time high, great, let's get rid of it. And then it's like, nah, bro, it's still going. Now we're in the 180s, dude. Look at that. Scared money don't make money, my friend. So, you know, if EJ does something like that, you know, and that would also be a really good example too. You know, I've told you this before, right? Partials. You know, if you're trading EJ, for example, you know there's an interest rate differential. You know that it's been rallying for forever. Why not, you know, take 90% of your trade off and then just hold 10% and then have that stop in profit, let it go. You know, then it might run for a couple hundred pips. And not all the time, but sometimes when you do that, that remaining 10%, if it runs long enough, will end up being more profit than your original 90%. So this is why I'll always make that argument. I'll always make that argument that the best of both worlds is taking partials. It's getting paid up front. It's taking risk off the table and then holding a little bit more for potential sustained moves. That cannot be beat unless you just collapse every trade and you're just winning and winning and winning and compounding. Sure. But, you know, if you're win, loss, you know, that is what's going to help push you over the edge, is holding those winners, even if it's a small portion and not the entire trade. Like, that's what I did with JP Morgan. I sold on the way up, but I didn't sell everything. Sold like a fourth and then a fourth and then maybe like a third. And I have, you know, however much left over that's still running. Make sense? Best of both worlds every time. Wait for a bigger retracement, Ranter. What criteria would you use to choose a bank with which you want to open a bank account? I think every bank fucking blows. That's my opinion. I think every bank is a fucking scam. Every last one of them. They're all scams. That's what I think. Especially the US. Just walk into a bank and just be like, look, you know, why can I could take out, or I could create a savings account, get fucking 0.5% APY. Soon as I go for a credit card, 16, 20%. Auto loan, fucking 12%, 10%. Ask them that. It's all bro, don't even get me started. I love the question, but like, bro, don't get me started. I will fucking... banks are just set up to absolutely rape you. And I know it's a very violent word. I know it's a very strong word, but to me, that's what it is. It's just financial fucking assault, dude. So banks are good for transactions and, you know, moving money around from your trading accounts, or, you know, direct deposit from your job, or I don't know, if you ever run a YouTube channel, you know, you have a bank to get paid, you know, whatever. But other than that, they're all going to be equally dog shit. Make sense? They're all, in my opinion, they are all equally hot dog water. Okay? Bank of Bitcoin. It's up to you. I don't know anything about it. But anyway, that'll be it for today. I know it was a short stream. I will do the market review later today. Probably go over whatever happens here in the PM session. I'm either going to be right or wrong. This is either going to rip ass lower, or I'm going to be wrong and it might trade higher. So You know, we'll have to see. But I do have an alert down here at 38,523. So if we get that alert, that'll be cool. If we don't, then we don't. But you'll find out tonight on the Marcu review, unless you guys put an alert down here too. All right. So with that being said, you guys be good. Y'all be blessed. We'll be here same time, same place on Wednesday. And we will start on time tomorrow, provided that everything else is fine. You know, if I don't fucking fall and break my leg or some dumb shit. All right. So provided everything is the same, tomorrow we'll be on time. All right. Tomorrow we will be on time. So y'all be good. I'll see you then.